So here we are, and this most incredible restaurant, Justin.
Sounds pretty special. Huh?
It is, and it's something I think if people could come and experience it, it's not just a restaurant. It really is an experience.
No, that's what we wanted, and Colorado doesn't offer that experience. Not many places in the United States offer that kind of experience, but we wanted to encompass everything that we're about here. That lifestyle and that feeling when you walk in, you kind of just relax and enjoy all the things you work hard for. So it's important.
And keeping that in mind, I would like to say that if you're out there here in Northern Colorado and you're looking for a new place to eat, a new experience, a great anniversary, how to spoil someone you love, come to Driven. The food is amazing. Tell us about the food and the chefs.
The food is super special. Obviously, everything that we do, we want to be the best at or offer the absolute best product that we can. So many months ago, I was out looking for a chef, and Thomas, his resume came across my desk, and we hit it off. We stood in here with just 4 walls, concrete floors, nothing else. We talked for 2.5 hours, I believe, probably right where that orange Charger's at, and we discussed goals and aspirations and dreams. So it's something super special. But Thomas, he was a Marine from 94 to 98. And from 1998, he's been cooking everywhere. Some really high-end restaurants in Denver, Vail Resorts, some awesome restaurants in Chicago that he opened up over the years. So he kind of, things happen for a reason, Right. But he's absolutely the best. And that's what we wanted here. Steak and seafood goes really well with the bourbon.
It really does.
Yeah.
What's Thomas's last name?
Noonstead. We have been best friends since. He's just a good guy, and we work really well together. Very honest person, hardest working guy in the room type of thing, saying what we embody and what we want. And then Kelly, our chef de cuisine, believe it or not, he kept calling Auto Trends, which is my other business, over and over and over, and I kept throwing the message away. Like the 6th time, I was like, who is this guy, and how does he know what's going on? Like, we weren't public about this, we weren't doing anything, but he had found it through different channels or something. So I gave that message to Thomas. Thomas called Kelly. I met Kelly here at the other end, concrete, no walls, nothing, and we hit it off the same. Kelly's a phenomenal person. He came from New York, where he cooked at a Michelin 2-star restaurant. He actually met his wife there, who was on Audrey, which is our front of house manager. She was there cooking as well. They hit it off. He moved to Paris for 2 years with her, and then he had just come back from Paris. She ran 6 restaurants in Paris. One of them was a Michelin 2-star. So their resumes are top-notch, wonderful people. And then the rest of the staff are local people that we found that are awesome as well. They kind of make that. They're still learning. Obviously, we've only been open for 10 days, but the location and the style and the food we knew that was golden, right? So now we get to work on the staff and perfecting that and really driving home what we want to embody here at Driven.
Tori and I can both attest that the food was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's where we met, right?
That's right. It is.
This isn't a plug. This is you guys came back because this is awesome.
We came back. The food was amazing. I plan on eating here again.
Okay, so you mentioned next is Austin.
Mm-hmm. Austin, Texas. Yep.
Okay.
We're looking at hopefully in the next 18 to 24 months. We get Austin, Texas going. We're right across the street from COTA, Circuit of the Americas. It's a racetrack down there, probably 3 times this size, so about 75,000 square feet. Restaurant will be a lot bigger, a lot more storage, a lot more fun stuff. Austin's in that Tri-City area. You've got Dallas, you've got Houston, you've got Austin with about 2.5 hours of each other. So
think what you've done here is an example of special cars, special food, special atmosphere. And if you are bored and you want something different, you come here.
And even more so, even if you're not bored, I think it's just come here because you need to experience this firsthand. Because we can only do it so much justice by showing it on camera, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when we came here the first night, were you just like, I think our jaw,
Speechless.
we were speechless the entire
Yeah,
time.
you know, and that's kind of nice, right? You see it on the Instagram, you're like, oh, that looks really cool. But when you get here, it's even cooler
It is.
than it was on the Instagram.
And the
right?
food is amazing. The mushrooms and the fries.
The fries.
I'm telling you, the fries, it sounds ridiculous, but these are beef tallow fries
Yes.
that kind of rocked my world a little bit.
Yeah, yes.
She hasn't stopped talking about the fries, just so you're aware. And of course, I mentioned also to Justin that I left the tomahawk here. I'm so sad because it was like some of the best food.
We fed it to the alley cats.
Ah!
We let it.
It's juicy.
It's juicy.
Now I need to come back again
Yeah,
and just have another
yeah.
one.
Oh, darn.
Darn.
Oh, darn.
Well,
It's a must.
exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of great food, so I've heard a rumor. So there's two things.
Uh-oh,
I
there's
heard
a lot of rumors out
There's
there.
a lot of rumors.
There's a lot of rumors.
There's a lot of rumors. I don't think this is a bad rumor, especially for our viewers, because we are, after all, Hope and Whiskey.
Yeah.
I heard that you have quite the extensive whiskey collection.
I do.
So tell us a little bit about that, and then I want to get into also the whiskey that you have here.
Yes.
We have to taste some. I
Let's
think.
do
I
it.
think we're gonna have to
I've
taste
already
some.
been drinking. So
Oh.
it's fine.
Darn it, we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to help you on that one. So go ahead, tell us a little bit about your whiskey
Yeah,
collection.
so I don't know. I grew up not a big alcohol guy at all. I wasn't a beer guy. Not really into that. Of course, we drank at parties, kids growing up, that type of stuff, fun things. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I like things that are exclusive, right? Hard to get, fun, to track it down, to chase, to try and find something that nobody else can, go and grab off the shelf or do that type of thing. So I found, whiskey and bourbon, and then you start to learn about the history behind it, all the work that goes into it, years and years and years of dedication and trying and failure, and finally win. I just started collecting this stuff. I just love it, love finding that special bottle. There's some Willets out there that, they have a 15-year Willet, purple top that they only got 91 bottles out of a 55-gallon drum of that, because the Angels share the evaporation, took that portion, it leaked out some. You get 94 bottles of this one bourbon that you can never get again. I mean, that's super special. I like the high proof stuff. I'm definitely over 100 guy, but my preference is over 120. I'm a big fan of Garrettson Brothers. I know a lot of people don't like that. They got a bad rap when they first came out. Whatever, that nobody liked it. But man, they make some of the best stuff, in my opinion, because we like the higher proof stuff. And it's sitting in Texas at a 160-degree barn for 8 years. There's something special about that. That you can't get anywhere else. But yeah, I've got a ton of bourbon. I think over 700 personal bottles. I keep trying to get more. I had to take a pause for this place.
Once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah. Exactly.
What would you say is your favorite bottle? I know. It's like asking
That's
who's your favorite child, right?
impossible.
I mean, if you have more than one.
Wow. There's so many. There's literally so many.
What's a special treat for you then?
A special,
that's
like a
a
drinker,
great-
like that.
Yeah.
Like this is something like not some crazy bottle that there's only one of, right?
No.
The Balmorhea from.
I did see that. Do we need to get that out?
Here it's that blue one right back there.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab that one. Yep.
I'll let you hold it.
I really love this stuff. It's phenomenal. It has a taste like nothing else. I'm just a big fan of this to drink on a Friday night. It's affordable, but it is also something you can't get, right? Like you can't go into a liquor store over here and buy this bottle. Maybe you can in Texas, but not here in Colorado.
No.
So that's a special one. Obviously, our bourbon.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about?
Yeah.
Is it-
So
It's good.
how we kind of met then, or how this whole thing
why
kinda
not?
goes?
How it all went down, yeah.
Yeah, so Hunter is one of the owners of that, and then the guys at Collab Architecture and Design, they're actually some of the interior designers here at Driven and in this garage. They helped us through that. Jordan has been phenomenal. Joe, I went into their office and we're talking, shop and what we're doing with the design of the place and the renderings and that type of stuff. And you look in the back and they're like, is that bourbon? They're like, wait, you like bourbon? I'm like, well, I like bourbon. They're like, well, we do bourbon. It's like one of those things. And then we hit it off, became wonderful friends. They have their own brand, which we've been drinking before that. It was called Lasso, but they transferred it into Laredo whiskey. Ridge River, I think, is their parent company, but that variant of it is phenomenal. We've been drinking that for many months before we even met them. And they were like, well, do you want to do a private bottles for the restaurant? And I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. That's a duh. So we created a straight bourbon, a rye, and then our very special single barrel, which is our proof, exactly how we want it, our taste. It's really, really good. But that's the green one there. Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of like the label itself, did you have?
Yeah, we did everything.
You did.
Yes.
You did.
Well, they had a design. We
design.
tweaked it. You know what I mean? But Joe over there did a phenomenal. Yeah. The race car, the proof. The winning flags, the logos. Everything. They helped us design, and on the back, we got a little story about us and what we want to do and what we believe a good bourbon should be. So that's kind of a fun one.
Have you or will you ever do like whiskey pairings with food? Like as an event?
Yeah, we have a ton of cool stuff coming, right? We just wanted to get out. Thomas actually is going to do, I believe in the next month, Louis the 13th, a full dinner with that cognac designed around all of the food, like custom everything. Thomas has ideas that, we have plenty of ideas, but he wants to do a really fancy high-end dinner with the Louis the 13th. And pair everything with that, right? So you can drink that bourbon throughout your meal with the multiple different dishes and do something really special. And we plan on doing that with everything in the future as well. So we have a lot to come.
So fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So what are we drinking right now, sir?
This is our straight bourbon. It's a 8-year aged. We don't do the cheap wells here at Driven. This isn't a 2-year bullet rye or anything like. Not to say that's bad.
No, not bad.
But ours is a 7 and an 8 year age statement, picked by us. Not just a bunch of stuff dumped in a vat, throwing some bitters in and stuff like that to give you your old fashioned. Our old fashioned means something to us, so. We wanted something super special, but that's what we're drinking neat right now, and you guys can attest to it. It's actually really good stuff.
Delicious.
It's not anything bad. And then we've also got the sister to that, the rye variant. We did the gold label on here, same age statement, same proof that we've got for everything else. So that's kind of what we wanted to do with that is give you an old fashioned that doesn't have a well, that's 2 years or 3 years old. We wanted something super special. We also offer the old fashioned with the 9-year. It's obviously quite a bit higher proof, but 26 points higher. But it's my favorite.
How do you take your whiskey?
Always.
Sorry.
Yeah. We don't.